Hi, and welcome to Let's Talk Dementia. I am your host, Carol Howell, internationally certified dementia practitioner, author of the Amazon best-selling book, Let's Talk Dementia. You can reach me by email, carol@letstalkdementia.org, and go to our website, letstalkdementia.org. Everything we produce is there, and you can click on the button that says Contact Carol and send me a message directly from the website should you choose. All our books are there, videos, audios, blogs, you name it, it's there. And if you are so inclined, we really would appreciate a donation to help keep our ministry afloat, as everything we do costs money, and we offer a lot of free services. So thank you for giving so that we can continue to give to others. Well, today I want to talk to you about All About Me, a listing. Well, no, we're not going to talk about Carol. Y'all know way too much about me. There's just way too much about me out on the World Wide Web. Say that 3 times real fast. World Wide Web. But I want you to consider a listing of information that you need to have about your loved one. Now, I am going to include these 35 points. There's 35 of them. And I'm going to include them in the show notes so possibly you can print them out and gather this information about your loved one. Now, I want you to also consider filling one out for yourself, filling one out for your spouse, or an adult child maybe that you care for, whatever. It's information other people need to know about us. What makes us us? What makes you you, and how you're different from other folks. So the first name is, what name do I prefer? Well, I can tell you my dad's name was Kenneth Wayne. Nobody ever called him Kenneth. They always called him Wayne. What name do I prefer? Do I have a nickname? Write that down. What was my husband's or my spouse's name? Or what is my husband's or my spouse's name? Where I grew up. Put a listing of where I grew up. What I did for a living. My children's names. My parents' names. The kind of work my parents did. Where I raised my children, the kind of work my husband or my wife did, what church denomination I am, what my favorite breakfast is, what I prefer to drink with my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. And don't just put coffee. You need to put details about that coffee. Strong or not so strong, a little bit of cream, a whole lot of cream, sugar, not sugar. What my favorite snack is. Foods I do not like. Beets. Ugh. Oysters. Ugh. Yeah, do not like those. Foods I really like. French fries. I told you when I go to heaven there will be French fries. There will be cheesecake, and there will be peanut butter. And there will be those 3 things in various combinations. List any special preparations that are needed for that person. They need their food chopped or diced or pureed. Spicy foods I like. For me, none. Sweet foods I like. For me, all of them. Restaurants I like. I do or I do not pray before meals. Games I enjoy. Now, for my mama, there would have been absolutely nothing there. She didn't like games. Pajamas or gown, or do I sleep in the Rudy Nudie? Food allergies I might have. Medication allergies I might have. Medications I take, and that you're going to have to update frequently. My favorite doctor. My favorite TV show. The type of TV shows or movies I like. In other words, do they like to watch crime shows? Do they like doctor shows? Do they like funny shows? Do they like home improvement shows or cooking shows? Books I enjoy and the kind of books I enjoy. Authors I like. My bathing preference. Do I want to bathe in the morning or at night? What side of the bed I like to sleep on? How far up do you want those blankets to be? Up to here, down to here. What time I like to go to bed. Tell us what we can do when you can't sleep. What can we do to help you if you can't sleep? But most of all, the very last thing is on that list is to remind folks to tell you how much you are loved. I think those are just things that sometimes we don't think about. Right, well, we might think about them, but we don't think about writing them down. And I bet you've not thought about gathering that, a lot of you haven't, for your loved one. But especially if they are aging and they have dementia, and there's a chance they're going to be moving into a group setting, a group home, a memory care, assisted living, whatever. These folks aren't going to just know this about your loved one. And it would be great if you hold them. And you maybe wrote it up. I took an 8.5 by 11 3-ring binder. I typed up, because my handwriting is horrible. I typed up everything you need to know about Vera, that's my mama, and I put it in paragraph form, the answers to these questions, so that any caregiver who came in could pick it up and go, oh, your husband was Frederick. Tell me about Frederick. Well, my mom would just light up, because even in her advanced stages, sometimes in the very end, she didn't know who Frederick was, but that name made her smile. So that was a way they could relate with my mama. When they came to bring food with my mama, there was a note that said, put ketchup on everything. Cover her egg sandwich in the morning with jelly. Things they need to know. And you think, okay, the staff has it. Staff changes. There's quite the turnover in assisted living and elder care industries, quite the turnover in administrative staff, as well as in the caregiving staff. So just because Susie Jane is just the best caregiver you've ever met, and you love her and she's got it all figured out, does not mean she will always be on duty or that she will always work there. So it's good to have all that written down in a place, in a notebook that's big and bold that everybody can see it. I can tell you at a certain point in my mama's journey, I had to hire additional help to come in because she needed just extra care than what the assisted living and memory care offered. And I told each of those employees, when you get there, please read through that book and have conversations with my mama about it. Important things that folks need to know. The one that always strikes me the most is, which side of the bed do I like to sleep on? And that is important. Why? Well, if mom sleeps facing the bed, the headboard's in front of you, you're standing at the foot. If mom sleeps on the left-hand side of that bed, and you put her bed in her new assisted living room against the left-hand wall, and now she's got to sleep on the right-hand side of that bed, how is that going to feel to her? Kind of strange. You know how when you go to a hotel, like you and your spouse, you go to a hotel, you will sleep on the same side of that bed in the hotel in which that you sleep on at home. It just feels right. My husband sleeps on the right-hand side of me. If he were on the left-hand side of me, it would just be like, what are you doing over there? That don't feel right. So realizing the side of the bed that your loved one sleeps on will make them more comfortable when you set up their home. It's just things that we don't often think about that I wanted to bring to your attention that would make life better for you down the road if you need help, make life better for you down the road if you're the caregiver, and certainly make life better down the road for your loved one who may be in need for whatever reason they may find that they need help. Pretty simple, isn't it? Well, it's a little bit shorter show today, but our previous episode was the beginning of this conversation. I told you I would continue a little bit, and all about me, a listing. So I hope you will look in our show notes and find these 35 things and maybe print it out and get that information together for your loved one. Well, a special thank you to HD Imports for helping to finance our ministries. They repair and maintain Honda, Hyundai, Acura, Toyota, and Kia. And they're in York County, South Carolina, 803-985-0985. Beth Crosby, my editor, and you can reach her at editorbeth.com so she can put her eyeballs on whatever it is that you've written, you got your name attached to. And then National Association of Veterans and Families at 800-352-2919, amazing organization that will help the veteran and the spouse of the veteran receive much deserved, well-earned veterans benefits. And then be sure and write me, Carol, at letstalkdementia.org. Include your phone number and I'll call you back, and maybe you can be on one of our shows or on our podcast or both. Well, this show is always in honor of the goodness of the Lord and what He does in our lives every day that we know about, and what He does that we don't know about. It's all important. It's in memory of my sweet mama. There's my mama, Vera Jean, on the left in the white there, her beautiful wedding gown when she married Mr. Frederick, and her mama, Bessie, on the right-hand side. And Bessie, her mama died of Alzheimer's, and my mama died of Alzheimer's. Important people in my world. Bessie, one more hard-working mountain woman right there. She was something else. Hope you have a great caregiving journey. Tell your LO hello and that Carol said hey. Bye, y'all.